You never had control. And no one told you that. From the moment you opened your eyes, you were programmed to believe that life is a straight line, a plan to follow, a logical sequence of goals and achievements. But that's an illusion. The truth is hidden in the spaces between words, in the silence, in the pause between thoughts. Reality is a dance. There's no conductor, no choreography, no script. You are not the dancer. You are the movement itself. Everything you try to control slips through your fingers. Time you try to hold vanishes like dust. The goals you chase are traps created by others. You're trapped in the cycle of striving, planning, resisting. But the dance doesn't wait. It doesn't ask for permission. It simply happens. Your anxiety? It's the cost of wanting what cannot be possessed. Your fear? It's the resistance to life's natural flow. Reality is not solid, not fixed, not controllable. It's a river, a dance, a flame that changes every second. Control is the greatest illusion. And while you cling to safety, routine, and approval, you stand still while the world keeps dancing without you. It's time to open your eyes and see. You were never the conductor. You are just another step in the invisible dance of existence. Since childhood, they taught you to sit still, to give the right answers, to not ask too many questions. Stay in your lane. Don't overthink. Be normal. School didn't want free minds. It wanted system parts. Religion didn't want questioners. It wanted the obedient. Family didn't want awakened children. It wanted trophies to display. And so you grew up carrying the invisible weight of programming. They told you success meant status, money, a solid career. They told you happiness was a perfect family, a big house, a luxury car. But no one told you happiness can't be bought. No one told you that purpose isn't a goal, it's presence. The beliefs you carry aren't yours. They're implanted, codes designed to keep you in place, consuming what you don't need, competing for what doesn't matter, comparing yourself to those who are also lost. Fear was planted in you to keep you obedient. The fear of failure, the fear of loss, the fear of rejection, the fear of being who you really are, the fear of dancing while everyone else stands still. Don't you see that every decision you make is shaped by invisible forces? Media, marketing, religion, politics. They all want you to think the right way, to buy the right things, to believe what they want. The system is subtle. It doesn't chain your body. It chains your mind, and you feel free. But you're trapped in the invisible loop of limiting beliefs. You think you're choosing, but you're just repeating what they programmed into you. Are you ready to break the cycle? Or will you keep dancing to the music they composed? You think you're an individual, but you're just a reflection of everything you've absorbed. Carl Jung called them archetypes, the invisible forces shaping your psyche, the shadow you hide, the tyrant you fear, the victim you feed, the trickster you secretly admire but despise in public. You are a mosaic of fragments, the mask you wear to be accepted, the voice that echoes what society wants to hear, the silence that hides what you truly feel. You're a collection of selves fighting for control, and at the core, an empty space. Because deep down you don't know who you are. You are the perfect child for your parents, the obedient worker for the system, the ideal consumer for the market. But who are you when no one is watching? Without the mask, without the title, without the role. The labyrinth of your mind is built by layers. Fears you haven't faced, desires you haven't accepted, truths you haven't spoken. You've become a prisoner of what you deny. And the more you run from your shadow, the more it controls you. The fear of rejection, of criticism, of failure, it all comes from your shadow. It's the broken mirror you avoid, the silent scream at the bottom of your soul. You can keep running, or you can face it. The shadow you hide is the key to the freedom you seek. But beware, the truth isn't pretty. Life's dance includes pain, chaos, and contradiction. Accepting that is the first step to integrating your fragmented self. You spend your life trying to find a purpose, but maybe purpose was never meant to be found. Purpose is to dance. Not to be the best, not to get applause, not to impress, but simply because the dance is life itself. What you seek is hidden in the radical acceptance of who you are, without filters, without masks, without excuses. Purpose is not something that comes from outside. It's not the job, not the grand mission, not the recognition. It's being present in the chaos. It's saying yes to uncertainty. It's realizing the dance doesn't have to make sense. It just is. When you stop fighting life and when you stop resisting the flow, when you let go of control, you discover a silent power. Not the kind of power that dominates, but the kind that liberates. You don't need to prove yourself to anyone. You don't need to follow the rules they gave you. You don't need to please the system. True freedom is internal. It's saying, I choose my dance even if no one understands. It's breaking patterns. It's refusing the role they gave you. It's no longer living for the eyes of others and starting to live for the feeling. The dance is now, and now is all you have. If you're waiting for permission, it will never come. Stand up, say no, say yes. Live like someone who understands that life is too short to dance to someone else's song. Life owes you nothing, and the dance doesn't wait for applause. You can resist, cry, scream, but the rhythm goes on. True strength is dancing even when the ground feels like it's crumbling. Resilience is not being immune to pain. It's feeling the chaos and still moving. It's accepting that pain is part of the dance and that it teaches you too. Courage is not the absence of fear. It's fear with steady steps. It's being vulnerable and still standing. It's being called crazy and still dancing to your own beat. Self-mastery is the art of staying calm in the fire, of not reacting to manipulation, of looking fear in the eyes and choosing to act anyway. They want you to quit, to conform, to sit down and shut up. But you know, the dance of life is not for the timid. It's for those who dare to be the stranger, the one who goes against the tide, the one who chooses silence when everyone screams, the one who keeps moving even without recognition. Those who don't need applause and are the ones who dance the freest. Resilience is knowing the world is imperfect and still choosing to be whole. Courage is staying true to your truth, even when it scares you. Self-mastery is stopping the puppet strings and becoming the dancer of your own existence. Keep going. Even when everything screams for you to stop, keep going. The dance of life doesn't end while your heart beats. The world doesn't want you to think. The world doesn't want you to question. The world wants you to dance, but not to your own rhythm. They want you to dance to their rhythm, to buy what they sell, to believe what they tell you, to dream what they allow. But you are not the world. You are the silent chaos that refuses to be controlled. You are the space between words, the echo between screams, the step that defies the music. You are the dance, and no one can dance your dance. They will call you crazy, a rebel, a stranger, but you know the dance of life was never meant for the obedient. It was meant for the bold, for those who feel fear but dance anyway, for those who fall but keep moving, for those who don't need an audience, because the greatest applause is being who you are. The world will never stop to give you permission, so stop right now and look within. Do you feel it? It's the rhythm of your essence, the unique beat calling you. The call is clear. Awaken. Say, I see beyond the veil. Write it in the comments right now. Prove to yourself, you are not the programmed. You are the programmer, the invisible conductor of your dance. Now, dance.